Should we watch a video about Troutman?
2025, Reddit user WonderTM posted to the 2007scape subreddit that there is a guy in the Edgeville Bank in World 499 and all he does is eat trout. Very quickly, a lot of players started to gather around Troutman and cheer him on as he ate as much trout as he could. But I don't know, something smells fishy. You know, this has not been the first time that people have grifted other RuneScape players using trout. So let's take a brief history lesson before we explore the truth.
People are out here grifting trouts in the street under all of our noses?
About Troutman. You see, this all started 8 years ago in December of 2017. There was a
What is this, Troutgate? This is crazy.
guy at the Grand Exchange selling 13 trout at a time. Now, some people took notice of this and Goody made a video where he started selling 13 trout at the Grand Exchange. And because he looks like such a noob, people were willing to give him exorbitant amounts of money. By just dressing up as a noob, Goody made 1.7 million GP in an hour just by selling trout. After this video, a lot of other people started selling trout in the Grand Exchange and a lot of people fell for this grift, but it quickly died over the coming months.
I don't understand. People saw some noob selling 13 trout. They felt bad for him and they gave him more money for the trout than what he was asking. Is that what's going down? The pity play method?
But now, 7 years later, it appears
Is that why all of y'all gave me 1 billion? When I went to the GE because y'all was pitying me? What the heck? Y'all, I don't take it back. Yo, take it back, bro. What the heck?
thought
y'all was being nice.
Another trout grift on our hands. A grift so well constructed that it has been picked up by the official RuneScape page multiple times. So let's explore the basic concept of this grift before we dive into the raw data as we do best on this channel. You see, RuneScape players are into some weird shit. And sometimes that weird shit involves watching a guy through a window at the Edgeville Bank eating 500,000 trout. And the guy eating the trout stands to make money in a couple of ways. One is, of course, attention, which leads into direct donations. For example,
I hate people that seek attention unless they're a streamer.
the very first live stream that our Troutman did was on the 19th of October 2025. It was a 14.5-hour stream, and in just trout donations,
Unless they're a streamer who is seeking attention to make money type shit.
he started the stream with approximately 10,000 trout, and he ended with 374,000, most of which were acquired through donations. This means he profited 364,000 trout over the course of his stream, and if we look at the market price of trout on the 19th of October, then we see that he would have had a value of 21.84 million GP made over the course of a single stream in just trout. Now, he can also get donations of the non-trout persuasion, but those are way harder to track, so we're just gonna leave it at the trout donations for now. The other way that this person can make money is, of course, by increasing the demand for trout. Everyone wants to be a part of Troutman's adventure, and everyone wants to give this man more trout to eat if he wants to make his goal of eating 500,000.
Damn, because y'all told me about this guy and I was like, shoot, do I need to go give this guy some trout too? Like I was like, damn, this guy's legit crazy, man. Maybe we need to contribute to his craziness. Like that's the first thing when you hear is like, yo, did you hear so-and-so is trying to, you know, did you hear little Showbeck's trying to put a marble in his dick after school? Like, yeah, man, like we all got to go support that. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, I'll bring my marbles, like type shit. Like it's just one of those things.
1,000 trout, he is gonna need a lot more. And that is what we saw happening on the Grand Exchange. Let's take a look. But first, you didn't think that you could watch a GameCube Yona video and not get a statistics lesson, right? Well, you're not getting a statistics lesson, but you are getting an economics lesson, namely in supply and demand. Because market manipulation is a weird thing, and in order to get it, we need to understand a few basic economic concepts. CD Grand Exchange works kind of like an order book, which means that on the one side we have buy offers, which is people wanting to buy trout for a certain price, let's say 800 trout for 59 GP, and on the other side we have sell orders, and let's say that the lowest price people are willing to sell for at this time is 60 GP.
How did we get here?
Put 1,000 trout up for sale. Then we see a 1 GP spread between the bid and the ask price. Now, in our case, a spread of 1 GP means that it is a narrow spread. This means that buyers and sellers largely agree on the value of the item, and this results in a high liquidity, low volatility.
The only thing that's spread right now is the people who understand what this guy's saying and the people who don't. And I don't, all right?
And a stable price. And a good approximation of the market price is given by the midpoint, which is the average between the lowest sell order and the highest buy order. And especially if you have a item trading at high volume,
this
is a reasonable indicator of your price. You see, for most stable Grand Exchange items, the buy to sell ratio is approximately equal to 1, which means that the amount of people placing buy orders is approximately equal to the people placing sell orders. This means that the market will usually resolve around the same price that it previously resolved at, and the price remains stable. But so now, what happens if more and more people want to buy trout? Well, there is not more trout in the game all of a sudden, and so the supply does not increase. But more and more people are trying to buy trout to donate to this one person eating 500,000 trout. And so what will happen is the demand will increase while the supply remains.
Yeah, buddy. Why don't we just skip to that? People are buying trout because of Troutman. Make price go up. I just summarized 5 minutes of this.
Remains the same. This means that the buy to sell ratio is gonna go up. A way I like to visualize it is this. Imagine the entire buyer's market as a single person, and they just want to buy 500,000 trout at whatever cost. Well, if we look at the sell orders in the order book, we see that at...
Is this player the best grifter in old school RuneScape history? Buddy, the only one grifting right now is you making me listen to all these math equations. Buddy, is this video about you or about Troutman? Holy crap, I'm lost. Yeah, what do we say at the end? How much money did he make?
In GP just from selling off the excess trout. Now, this could have all been one happy accident, and he just happened to have more trout
he made
than
47
he needed
million
for his 500k goal. And then, you know, why shouldn't he sell off his excess trout? And that's a fair argument, but there's some other information about this Troutman situation that doesn't sit quite right with me.
All right,
you see, the Reddit user that posted about Troutman in the first place on the 22nd of October said that he's eaten nearly 100,000 trout already. But if we believe Jagex's data, Troutman has only eaten 25,000. So why would this Reddit user blatantly lie about the amount of trout that Troutman has eaten, except to maybe blow up the post a little bit more? And isn't it a little suspicious that this post was the very first post by this newly created Reddit user?
Oh,
I'll leave the speculation to you. What do you think? Is Troutman good? Is he bad? Is he an innocent man just eating his way through life? Or is he a con artist scamming us for millions and millions of GP and manipulating the market in the process? Let me know in the comments.
Here's what I think. This video could have been 2 minutes long, and it would have been way better. That's first and foremost right off top. Second thing I think is that if Troutman was scamming us, then he's a goddamn genius. And who cares? We all deserve to be scammed because we're idiots. That's what I think. W Troutman or L, depending on which way you look at it. All right? Basically, Troutman became the new Monkey Nuts. That's exactly what happened. He tried to make Monkey Nuts great again in the form of trout. And he did it by spreading a crazy story and tricked everybody into believing him. And he's goddamn genius. All right? Modern day hero, basically. That's what's going on.